Thanks for joining us at Right On Replicas, where we're proud to bring you the best scale model kit reviews on the planet.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm excited to bring you the Millennium Falcon from Fan Home. That's part of the DeAugustini Collectibles universe. And we'll take a look at what's in the first box that you receive. Okay, here's looks like the welcome magazine, and kind of gives you an overview of the whole thing. It's a beautiful model, and they also go into a lot of the information about how that model was built. Now, this was the second model of the Millennium Falcon from the second movie, and although it comes somewhat pre-painted, as you can see, a modeler can add weathering and battle damage, etc. It's pretty interesting. It also tells you information about the Star Wars universe, the mechanisms, and you can see here it's kind of a huge fold out of the whole model. It's a beautiful model, and it's not just a static kit. It also has movable parts and lighting that's somewhat featured in the model as well. So, and also your packing slip, information about Fan Home, and this is stage 1 construction. Fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy. So we'll be getting into how it's assembled. By the way, its specs here are a little over 34 millimeters, which is 112 feet, the actual model, or the actual craft. And stage 2. The purpose of it all. The blueprints that you saw, I'll show you here the whole thing, but they're pretty interesting as well. And here is, this is stage 1 parts. So we'll get those out and start building right away here. And stage 2 parts. That screwdriver is said to be the only tools you really need. We'll see about that. And there you have it. That's what's in the box. This review covers the Fan Home Star Wars Millennium Falcon die-cast model kit. It's based on the 1:1 scale measurements of the actual Empire Strikes Back action scenes movie prop. Available by subscription at the link included in the description below. If you're not familiar with how the process works, you simply sign up for a subscription and you'll get a monthly shipment and a monthly payment that you make, and they will send you out a stage of the construction. Once you subscribe, you get these high quality movie models sent right to your house. Now, it's a beautiful replica, this one is, and it comes pre-painted, but you can always add detailing to it to make it even more realistic. It also includes lighting for some of the areas in the ship, and also some movable parts that can be positioned for battle. The model itself is almost 32 inches long, 23 inches wide, and 7.5 inches high. And it's made of metal and ABS parts, and it's very faithfully detailed according to the measurements that they made of the model. It has illuminated thrusters, cockpit, and lights, and it's a replica of that screen-used miniature. There's a lot of, as I mentioned, articulated parts that can be used, and it requires 6 AA batteries or an external 9-volt adapter, which is not included. With each shipment, you'll also get a magazine that details a lot of information about the actual model, the movie, and about the best instruction for construction that I've ever seen. So those will be full color, and there's usually about 8 or 10 pages chocked full of information about your model and its beginnings. Additionally, you'll also get some free gifts along the way that are sent out periodically with one of your shipments. And so, with that information, you can decide if you want to opt in or take a look at their website and see the detailed information about it. And we'll get into showing you how to construct it, beginning with stages 1 and 2. Okay, about the easiest way here's your packaging, is to get into that, is to, just kind of carefully slice it open. Watch your fingers. Don't want no accidents. That slows down your progress. And you've got an inner pack. Oh, they're well done. Careful with that. Yeah. Move everything off. Side pieces. These are white metal pieces here. Pretty cool. So, we'll get these all so that you can see them. Here's our pieces for stage 1. Now, the first order of business is to place the instrument control panel sticker onto this bulkhead. There's a ridge on this side, that's the back side. So we're going to put it on this smoothest flat surface here. So you just peel it off. Oh sure, easy. Not bad at all. Okay, then you line it up. Now, you line it up, but before you really press it into position, make sure it's in the right place. Huh? Okay, then just give her some pressure. Yeah. There you go. The first parts are together. Now, they mentioned that you can test fit this floor pan here in, and when I did that, I realized that, oops, I was off just a little bit. Now, this is pretty stiff, so I just use a hobby knife here and open that up. Make sure that you've got a good opening for it to fit in there if you know, it's impeding the insertion of that next part. So let's try it now. Oh, there we go. Now she fits. If that happens, you can just trim it out a little bit. On to the next section here is a laser cannon, and we're going to assemble that. We've got a big pivot here that it pivots on, and then you take the side panels here. You see it's got that little tab up the top. It goes right together like so. Okay, and we're going to add, this is the lower cannon. and this goes over that. So keep those pivot units in place. Now use this unit. By the way, these barrels will come right out. We may need to do something about that later. And of course your slot here goes right on the pivots. There, like so. We got some screws. We're working with those next. Okay, now we have to break out the supplied screwdriver from stage 2. And we're going to lift this assembly up, turn it over, and we're going to start by assembling some of these screws here. Now it says to leave it a little loose so that it's not real tight. Just you want to get it together, you tighten it up later, I guess. Okay, so it still pivots, it's all together, you want to make sure, and there you go, your laser cannon is complete. Okay, so we've got the pieces from stage 1 that were assembled, and those you can set aside for now. These pieces also come with stage 1, but they are part of the pieces will be assembled in stage 2. So now we're going to get out the rest of the pieces from stage 2. So we've already extracted the screwdriver, and now we're going to get the rest of the pieces out from stage 2. And so there we have it. Okay, we're going to start assembling the whole frame, and all these white metal parts are joined together with what they call connectors. These little plates here, there's 2-hole connectors and 4-hole. You have to put the right one in the right place. It says you can wait till you get more of it, but we're not going to do that. We're going to build them as we can. So we're going to put this guy together using the screws and the connector plates provided. Now the plates go on from the other side, so we literally have to turn this over and start lining them up, and that of course means these get switched around as well. What you have to take note of here is that this one is set up to connect something else above it. So you see you're going to have something like this, and we're going to put the 2-piece on first because it's going to stay in place. We'll, get them snug but not torqued. Okay. Your first 2 hole pieces are together like that. Okay, we'll do this too. They're not always perfect, but you got to use them. Now you'll notice too, the parts are marked. There's ID right there on both of these, you see. And we'll continue on with the rest. So you may end up with one of this size having quite a few left over for your other modeling projects. Okay, so that's the first segment. And this is what it looks like in your instructions. Okay, you got your doubles up at the top here, and you got these tangs on the inside, the bottom. So now you can go ahead and just kind of tighten everything up. So now we've got our framework together, it's snugged up, and to give you an idea of what you're aiming for here, this is how things are going to start going together. This is the whole piece for this section, and that's what you're after. That's what's coming up in future construction. It's quite impressive. So now we're going to take a look at these two items. We're just going to take on the instrument panel. I'm going to make it a little easier. In here, there are holes that line up with the holes here. Now, one of them isn't open. It has an angle in it, which is going to make it even more difficult to put together. Okay, well now we're going to try and align these stickers. The instrument panel there, it's got some very small holes in it, and we're going to use some pins inserted. Actually, these of course are paper clips from the back side to try and align it, because there are little tiny holes in here, and alignment, who knows how critical that might be. So we're going to put the first one in place. We're just going to use one, pull the other one out, and guide this down into position. And we'll eyeball the rest by looking through the holes. With where this thing fits on here, but they'll work if for whatever is being placed in there. Who knows? Okay, your game tabletop. Same thing. You line this up. These the black squares go in place at these corners. So she kind of fits. Press her in place and you're done. Alright, we got these two pieces done. There you go. We're on our way. Okay, and so we're at the end of stage 2 of construction, but they're very helpful, these instructions, because they show you kind of what's headed, so that you know what you're trying to accomplish, or you're looking forward to. Now, like this goes. You see, there's a square hole on this tab, and it fits into there. This is where your turret will go later on. Okay, that's it for stage 2. Well, we hope you like this step-by-step model die-cast kit review. And so that you don't miss any more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we can send you notifications so you can see all of the rest of the instructions and construction levels and stages that go into this excellent model. So, I hope you'll come back, or you can find us on Facebook or our website at rightonreplicas.com. Thanks.